Hi everyone, we are back once more. Apologies, I really have no understanding what's going on. I've just had to go live on another phone. Don't know what's wrong with the other phone. So let's see. Let's see if we can get Timothea back in and get this live on the way. I haven't even been able to ask her like a proper question about herself because there keeps being an interruption of either the connection or the phone. So, all right, Timothy is here. Let me add her quick. Sorry, guys, once again, I apologize. This doesn't happen. Timothy, I don't know what's happening. It's like something just doesn't want us to do this live. Someone doesn't want us to do this live. I don't know. Something I've got faith too. Nothing is going to stop me from trying to get this interview out of you. Timothy, all right, let's get into it. I think people are waiting. People want to know more of you. People want to know about you. Timothy, tell us your full name. Where are you from? Who are you?
Okay, so my name is Timothea Fortuin, known as Tommy, and I'm a 17-year-old from South Africa, Cape Town, based in Elsies River. I was born in Elsies River, and I currently still live in Elsies River. This year I'm doing my matric year at Elsies River High School. And for those who don't know, I'm a model and an activist, and I stand for women empowerment, youth empowerment, and upliftment. I also stand against gender-based violence. So that's me.
That's who you are. All right, Timothy, congratulations on passing your matric. Are you excited? What are you feeling? Are you excited about it?
Sorry?
Are you excited about matric this year?
Yes, I'm excited. I'm scared, but I'm excited. I'm excited, really.
I know you believe in yourself. You're going to do your best. Timothy, tell us, how did you get into modeling and what pushed you to participate in Miss Teen South Africa 2021 and 2022, basically, because the competition is still ongoing. What pushed you to go into modeling and to participate in this competition?
I was never actually into modeling as a child. I was never actually into it. But in 2019, my mom, she does modeling part-time, and they had like this fashion show, and she took me with, obviously, and I was backstage with all the models and all the makeup artists and sponsors. I was backstage, like I was observing it, and that's when I fell in love with everything. I was like, okay, this looks fun, this looks great. But modeling, I think people get it twisted because they think modeling is only about looking pretty and doing photo shoot and glitz and glam. But there's actually so much more to it because, like, you, as a model, you have to make a difference and you have to start within where you come from before you can make a difference, like ultimately in the whole country. So I saw this Miss Teenager South Africa thing on Instagram one day, and it was like, no, this is way too big for me. Like, no, but it kept like I just like playing in my mind, like, why not? Like, why not? You want to do this, so this might be your opportunity. And I mean, the platform, it has everything, and you can learn so much more from it. And the day before applications closed, that's when I entered. I was doubting myself. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. And the last minute, that's when I decided, like, okay, I'm doing this. I'm ready for it. I'm doing it, like. And that's when I entered. And I didn't regret entering or anything. I'm actually enjoying this journey, to be honest. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, so that's for now.
So you mentioned that you were afraid to enter the competition because you felt like it was it's too big for you. Why did you have those kind of thoughts, running through your
I
mind?
think every young girl has like insecurities, yes. And they struggle with confidence, especially getting confidence in their body if you want to do modeling. And especially where I come from, the Cape Flats, I was like, why would a girl from the Cape Flats become a model? But my entire mindset
Mm,
changed completely because I was like, it doesn't matter where you come from. I'm doing this. I'm actually trying to build something. I'm trying to make a change, and it all starts what you decide to do. So you can show others that there is people
mm.
who are ready to take on anything to be a success. And that's when I thought to myself, like, I'm doing this. Like, I'm ready. I'm gonna make a change. And I still feel like that. I'm gonna I'm gonna be the change that I wish to see.
Wow. So, Timothy, tell us a little bit about your background, how you grew up. Do you have any siblings? Do you stay with your parents? Just a little bit about your background. How was growing up like for you?
So I was raised by a single mother. So my dad and my mom, they're not together. But I live by my mom's side. I do
Mm,
visit my dad. Like my dad doesn't physically live like in our house, but he's not an absent father. I still
mm.
go to him whenever I feel like it. I still get the necessary advice, motivation, still get it from him. And from my mom's side, we 4 children, and I'm the eldest. And from my dad,
Oh, wow.
and
That's a lot of responsibility.
yes, and from my dad's side, I'm the second eldest, and you won't believe this, but we are 8 children from my dad's side.
Wow, look, I'm not really surprised because it's an Africa thing. I believe it's an African thing. This thing of, parents having so many kids. It's for us. It's normal.
And
It's
I have
normal.
to
Don't
set
worry.
the example. I have to set the example, like showing them you can also do this. If your sister can do it, you can do it.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Being the firstborn from your mother's side, and you stay with your mother, and obviously with your other siblings, like sometimes you feel like there's certain path that you can't take because you've got people or you've got younger siblings that are looking at you. Do you sometimes feel that there's a lot of pressure for you to do better, to do great?
I won't lie, yes. Sometimes I feel like I'm being too pressurized, like I don't get to do what like, I want to do sometimes because
Mm.
like I have siblings and I'm the eldest, I have to set the example. I can't do this, otherwise they'll see what I'm doing and then they want to do it. But it's not that bad actually
Mhm.
because you basically like the second Bob. You tell them like
Mhm.
you listen to me. But I won't say it's. I do feel pressurized at times, but it's not that bad. It's not. I can still do what I want to do.
You can still get away with
Yes,
some
but
things.
sometimes I wish I was the baby. Sometimes I wish I was the baby.
Are you sure you wish you
Yeah.
were the baby? So, like, tell us what are some of the work that you do in your community? You said you're from Elsies River, and Elsies River obviously forms part of the Cape Flats. And I'm someone, I know the stories of the Cape Flats because I've lived in South Africa for so many years. So I know what it's like. I know the stories of the Cape Flats. But I want to know from you, what are some of the work that you get to do in your community, to make a change?
Um, I think it was a month ago. I did like this toiletry drive. I'm not sure if you saw the stuff I posted on Facebook. I did.
I did see it on Facebook. I saw it on your Facebook page where you posted a toiletry drive,
So
sorry.
basically, we got like pads and soap and toothpaste, toothbrushes, cloths, and all that type of stuff. We went to a school, but the school wasn't based in Elsies River because the schools that I tried reaching
Okay.
out in Elsies River, they didn't reply back as fast as I wanted them to reply. So I had to choose a school that's
Mm.
like not in Elsies River and it was in Bellor. And I think a lot of people told me, like, why didn't I choose a school in Elsies River, because that's where I came from. But I don't think they understand that I was trying
Mm,
to reach out to these schools because I actually wanted to start with something in my community. Because that is school starting where you came from.
mm,
But then I had to do it in another area, which is not Elsies River, but I still got to make a difference in one child's life, or even all these children's life, because I obviously talked about them, about bullying. It was actually about gender-based violence, but it started off with bullying because that's where everything starts. I gave them a
mm.
speech about that. Afterwards, I gave them the toiletries, and that's basically it.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, so what has been the biggest difficulty in growing up in the Cape Flats for you? What has been, something that's been very difficult while you were growing up, or at the moment you still live in Elsies River? What has been some of the biggest difficulties that you face, especially as a young colored woman?
I think there's a lot of difficulties like that I see and that I face on a daily, like gangsterism, poverty, gender-based violence, teenage pregnancy, absent parents. But I like if I put that aside, something that is difficult for me on my own, I would say having to make peace with the fact that not everyone in my area or from the Cape Flat want to see someone else move forward or do their thing. Like
Mm,
I have to make peace with it because not everyone is going to be proud of me because I'm just a girl from the Cape. Not everyone is going to motivate me or support me, and that's what I actually want the people in my community to support me because that's like so amazing if it starts there. But to come back to gangsterism and poverty, I think having to see those like having to see it on a daily, it's that's why I want to make the change, and I can't do it on my own. That's why I feel like if the people in the community support me, and then we are able to do it as one unit, because they can't expect one person to just do it
mm,
on their own. That's why I don't know if you mentioned I'm also part of an organization, Warriors for Change. So it's basically about
mm-hmm.
it's a non-profit organization and about rape victims, rape survivors, and warriors that's trying to educate the community, the Cape Flats, about gender-based violence and all the social ills that's basically happening on a daily basis. So yeah.
I want to know from you, what's your opinion on teenage pregnancy? I know it happens a lot. A lot of teenagers get pregnant. Some have to drop out of school, and then don't continue and don't even bother going back to their studies. What's your opinion, or what's your take on teenage pregnancy?
Um, I I don't actually know how to answer this question because it's not my place to judge, and I don't know what the person or the woman
Mm-hmm.
went through, and I'm for all women, so I can't be out here bad mouthing others. But I feel like
Mm-hmm.
um, I feel like it all starts with what society gives to children while they're little, because they're so used to the same cycle. They like they see, okay, this, okay, let's say for example they see my mom was pregnant at the age of 17, so why can't I be pregnant on the age of 17? And it's what society gives them as little kids, and then it gets back to them when they're grown up, so they have the same mindset. They don't think like, okay, I want to be better. I don't want to be. I don't want to make the same mistake my parents made. I want to actually try and do better. So I think that's just what.
Mm-hmm. Mm. And a lot of people say that, the Cape Flats don't always have, the opportunities that other areas get to have, because there's so much gangsterism that take place in the Cape Flats. There's also poverty, unemployment, and all of that. How if you do win Miss Teen South Africa, how will you use your platform to be able to kind of make a change in your community? How are you planning on using your platform?
Okay, so the first thing that I did plan, or the organization that I'm part of, like that I'm in, we planned that if I do win, or it doesn't even matter if I win, it's about, we wanna open a safe house for women, men, even
Mm-hmm.
children that come out of abused homes. So I think the fact that we are a
Mm-hmm.
non-profit organization, it's gonna delay things because we're not financially stable. So if I do win that, like, I think I would also be part of the safe home, like opening a safe home for people who's been abused, who's going through stuff, so that they can let go, so that they can communicate. Because the people in the safe home, they've been through it all. They come from the flats, so they're also trying to make a change with me by creating the safe home. Also, having events in communities. Um, it doesn't matter where it is. So just people to be there, and for me to speak to them and to tell them, to be a motivation, like to show them that I grew up in the Cape Flats. I came from the Cape Flats. This is basically my hometown, but I'm not afraid to do anything. I'm not shy where I
Mm-hmm.
come from. I'm ready for anything. So I want to motivate them to do better and not feel scared or feel like they won't be anything in life just because they come from the Cape Flat. But it doesn't matter where you come from. It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't.
Mm. Look, Timothea, you are very young. You are an activist, you're a model. The fact that you're an activist and you've always wanted to fight for women's right, what actually made you want to fight for women's right? Like, what was the impact? What impact did you have in order to want to say, you know what, I want to be an activist and actually start fighting for the right of women to fight gender-based violence?
I think it all started when I actually entered last year in June. Yes, when I entered this competition. I thought to myself, then
Mm.
it's gonna make no sense if I enter. I win this competition and they said no change, the same old story. I didn't want that. So I thought to myself, I need
Mhm.
to choose like the biggest problem in the community. I need to choose the biggest problem in our country, and start there. But obviously, I need to start in my community first, because that's where I came from, and then I can make a change in the country, hopefully. But I think the reason why I chose the thing for women, because I feel like we as women go through a lot. Not that men don't go through a lot, but women go through so much more because it's
Mm.
like pregnancy, periods, like there's a whole lot of things I can mention. And I just feel like not that I'm bad mouthing,
Yes.
nothing like that. I'm just for all women. And I feel like women need that. They need that. Like, we need to support each other. It's necessary.
All right. And I want to know from you, what do your family and friends think and say of all that you've achieved? What do they say? What do they think?
They are like, I think my family, they more overhyped than me. Like, they would literally be like, look at Miss Teen, look at Miss South Africa, look at Miss Universe. I'm like, stop it. I think they're more excited. Um, and I think they also like, they're there for me because I'm not afraid to take a risk. Like, I always say, you never know unless you try.
Mm.
And that's how I always became. And I'm very big on success. I'm very big on trying to be independent. I'm really, like I said, I'm big on success because I don't want to be dependent on my parents. I want to do my own thing. I want to
Mm-hmm.
achieve stuff on my own. That's why I think starting from a young age, it's gonna help me so I can know like, okay, I must do this on my own. I can't just go to my parents every time whenever I need something. So yes, but they are super excited. They are like they as for friends,
They're always hyping you
as for
up.
friends, I some friends I lost along the way because I think not all friends are
Mm.
there like the entire life. Like some of them has to fall off. And I feel like me not having to chase them or me not bothering them again, I won't cause unnecessary bonds. Like if it happened, it happened. We just moving forward. We forgive and forget. But no, no
Mm.
bad blood, nothing. But as for my family, they my biggest type.
So look, for people who don't understand what gender-based violence is all about, that is something that you are very passionate about, and that's obviously something you're definitely against. Gender-based violence. Just give us a small, definition of your understanding of gender-based
Okay,
violence.
so gender-based violence is something that happens every day, every month, every week, like it happens on a daily. And the fact that I
Mm.
can like say I've seen it happen in communities. I think gender-based violence is something that happens not just to women but men as well. And it all starts where you grow, where you grew up from, like in your household, and it starts with bullying as well because that's where children they're not disciplined, they're not educated about gender-based violence. So that's why they decide to do it to others, and as they grow up, it's been so normalized they think it's the right thing to do. But I feel like gender-based violence is like just a reality that happens to everyone, child, woman, guy, it happens to anyone. And the fact that some people are so afraid to speak up against it, they would rather choose to stay silent and deal with it instead of speaking up for themselves. That's why me and my organization, we are trying to be the voice to the voiceless, trying to be the voice for them. We're trying to speak up for them. That's why most people join this organization because we are there to support each other. We're there to tell you, like, you have to speak to be heard. You don't have to tell everything. You don't have to tell your whole story, but you just need to know that we are here to
Mm.
support you. So that's all.
All right. That's more or less what it
Yes.
is. Now tell us, who are some of the people that are, your greatest inspiration? The people that you look up to,
Um,
who
this
inspires
is
you to be who
this is
you
a
are.
question I've been thinking about the entire day, and yeah, um, so obviously, obviously, it would be my parents, obviously. So I have three parents. I have a mom, I have a dad, and I have a stepmom, and I love both. I love them all. Like so, I think having such amazing
Mm.
parents that are there to show me the way, show me what to do. But like I think my mom, if I had to start with her, she taught me how to be a strong woman since a very young age. As she was like the single mother, so I had to be strong for her as well. So that's why I feel like that's why I'm so like I just want to be successful. I want to be independent because I got it from her. And then there's my father that I visit weekends, holidays. But I think the fact that he's also my inspiration because he also came from circumstances that wasn't so good, but he actually
Mm.
has a degree in theology, and I think that's amazing because it actually motivates me. Like I
Wow.
come from the Cape Flats, I can also go get the degree in whatsoever. And then there's obviously my stepmom that also inspire me. Like she's my second mom, and she's also a woman that goes through a lot, but she's still standing. She's still strong. Still, So I think my parents are the people that's my inspiration because that's just how it goes. I learn a lot from them. I learn a lot.
Now, if we put your parents aside, you've already mentioned they're your inspiration, and that's a good thing. Let's now look outside of South Africa. I know a lot of young people have a lot of, role models or people that inspire them outside of South Africa. Who are some of those people for you?
Outside South Africa, outside or like in the country.
Yeah. Like a celebrity, I don't know, a famous person, someone apart from your parents. that you look up to? Maybe someone that came from the Cape Flats that made it, outside of the Cape Flats?
I don't think I have anyone like that. But if I had to choose one person, it would be some of the ladies that's part of the organization because they came from the Cape Flats um, and certain stuff happened to them while they were in the Cape Flats. And the fact that they're not there anymore, they changed the story. They changed their lives around to become a better person. And they also like they have the guts to start a safe home with me. So I think that's also some people that inspire.
And the safe home that you started, how are you guys, taking care of the women there, and also do you get support from government? Do you get assistance from other people?
No, I
How do
think
you
we
fund
got
it?
it wrong because we are thinking of starting it. We have to start it still.
Oh, okay, okay. You thinking, because you mentioned it just a couple of minutes ago about the safe haven for the women, and then I'm assuming that, okay, there's already a safe haven and there's already, you're receiving already people in it. So you're thinking of
Yes, but
starting one.
like at the moment we're doing like live streams over Facebook. We're starting off doing that for the new year. So they just have to announce like a
Mm-hmm.
host for the live stream, and obviously speakers every Tuesday. We think we are like gonna do it in this month. And yeah, it's
Just tell us a little bit about your journey on Miss Teen South Africa. It's still ongoing, and you are part of the semi-finalists. I believe how many girls are in the
I
semi-final?
really don't know. They didn't give any amount or anything, but
I did,
it's a lot.
I did look at the list, and I saw that there were. I looked at the list, and I saw that there were a
It's
lot
a
of girls
lot.
from the Western Cape, from Cape Town.
And it's like from
There's a
different
lot.
provinces as well. There's like a lot of girls, and
Mm.
we did ask them like how many girls will make it to the finals, but I don't think they will share that kind of information with us because voting line is ending the 31st of January. After that, we will have an online interview with the organization, and from there, they will choose the finalists. And hopefully, if I'm one, I'll go to Johannesburg and just represent. But my journey so far, it's been really amazing. I think I've grown and I've come out of my comfort zone a lot. I'm more confident. Not that I wasn't, but I'm more confident. And I'm not. I definitely I don't regret entering or anything because I love what I'm doing. I love it honestly.
Mm. Do any of the girls intimidate you? Do you sometimes feel intimidated
No,
by the
I
girls in the
when I never
competition?
met anyone like we never had like an actual meetup due to COVID and all that. But whenever we do something,
Mm.
the Miss Teenager South Africa organization, they post on their story on Instagram, and I'm like, okay, girl, you are doing the most. Please don't it's my spot. But it's nothing like that. It's nothing like that. Like I said before, even if I don't
Mm.
win, even if I don't make it to the finals, I will still continue doing this because I feel like this is my calling because I really enjoy it. Like I really feel comfortable of doing it. I don't feel like this isn't for me. I feel like I really enjoy it. Like I want to be part of this. That's why I have crazy faith in everything I do. So that's why I just hope to be part of the finals. That's it.
Okay. What is it that you would like to see be different in your community?
In mine, um, there's
Mm.
a lot. Like I just want the young, not even the young people, like all the people. But if I have to say specifically, I have to speak for young people because it's mostly in young people. They feel like just because they come from
Mm-hmm.
a certain community, they can't be successful or they can't achieve a certain
Mm.
goals because most young people in the Cape Flats community, they have like crazy dreams, crazy careers that they want to like do. And I think one of the most like one of the reasons is also because they're not financially stable. But I think they
Mm.
feel how I felt before entering. I felt like I was doubting myself, like I'm from Cape Flats, I shouldn't be doing that. I should just do bad stuff. But it shouldn't be like that. That's why I feel like the youth of today, they should become more comfortable, they should become more confident, and that's why they need someone to be there and actually motivate. I want to be that person. I want to see change, and I'm so determined. I'm so determined.
Because I saw in the bio that you sent me, you did mention that you are a humble and a goal-orientated woman who advocates for youth empowerment and women empowerment and elevation. That's what you
Yes,
stand by.
definitely. Definitely, I want to scream right now, like, yes.
No, you can go ahead and scream. Girl. You can scream. Feel free to
No,
scream.
fine.
So obviously, Timothea, you're still very young, but very ambitious. And I just want to know, what are some of your hopes and dreams for the
For
future?
my career, my own life.
Yes,
So,
your hopes. Yeah. Of course, your own. We're talking about you.
um,
Just you. What are some of your hopes and dreams?
okay, so as I am a trick this year, so I've been thinking of like what I'm gonna do after school, and those crazy thoughts you get, like, and I've decided, like, I had so many different careers I wanted to do, but I've decided on becoming a lawyer. I'm gonna study law. Because I think studying law also goes with what I stand for. I want to make a change. And that's what lawyers are for. Lawyers are there to defend what's right, and you know. And I think I want to study law. Yes, I think that's my final thing for now. I want to
Mm.
study law. I want to stay like that. I don't want to change anything right now. And for this year, I just for this year, I just want to do really good. I just want to course with great marks so I can get into a stable university without any problems or having to sit at home and wait for another year. I don't want to take a gap year or anything like that. I just want to keep myself busy so that I can still work towards my dream in the whole process. Is what I'm saying. And I know it's going to be, obviously, it's going to be so
Mm.
difficult because, like, I have a lot. I have the competition and this work, schoolwork, and sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Like, but I think you just have to push through. Like, you just have to work.
Well, I think if you work hard and you stay focused and you know what you want, you're going to achieve all your dreams and everything that you're hoping for. Just by, doing this interview with you, I can see that you are really an inspiring young woman. You are very ambitious. You know what you want, and you go for what you want, because at the beginning you said you were so scared to enter for the Miss Teen South Africa because you looked at your background, you looked at where you came from, and obviously you looked at the fact that people are always talking. There's always negative things. There's mostly negative things that people say about the Cape Flats more than the positive. And then we tend to forget that there are a lot of good things that also come out of the Cape Flats. There are a lot of good musicians. There are a lot of good, just a lot of good sports people. A lot of good things that do come out of the Cape Flats. And I think the problem is people tend to kind of forget that, and then they just put the fact that, oh, there's so much gangsterism, oh, there's always a story about a rape, and there's always a story about someone was killed and this one is joining the gang. And we tend to forget that it's not only happening in the Cape Flats, it happens all over. The Cape Flats shouldn't be just in the spotlight for negative things, but also for the positive things. And you a positive thing that's coming out of the Cape Flats. And you say that, you thought about your background. You were like, can I enter this competition? And I don't think to you it's about really winning. It's just you want to show other people, other young girls that, if you put your mind to something, you can achieve it. You don't have to look at the fact that, oh, I grew up with a single mother, or I grew up in a home or in a city where they're constantly shooting or things like that. But you can always set your goals, and try and achieve those goals in a good way.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm
Yes,
correct
and
with that.
whenever you open or you read the news or you open the newspaper, it's always like bad stuff. Like, so when I was in the newspaper, I was like, yes,
Mm.
yes, something good for once. And I just didn't,
There was a
yes,
good
I was
story
like,
in the newspaper. There was a good story in the newspaper about
yes, I
it.
was like, let that positive light shine. Like, I was just so grateful because I feel like whenever we read or whenever we watch news, there's always something not like negativity, always, like always,
Mm.
always. And whenever there's like something positive, it's very rare that you will find positive about something that happened in the Cape Flats. So I think that is just amazing.
That you are amazing.
Thank you.
All right. So, Timothy, we've almost done with the interview, but the competition is still ongoing, and I'm hoping that you win. I know there's a lot of beautiful girls, there's a lot of amazing girls that are participating in this competition, but we're rooting for you. We want you to win. Okay, we want you to win. So just tell us, how can people vote for you? To make sure that you stay in the competition. You're in the semi-final at the moment. How can people vote for you? Where can people find you? If people want to follow you, please give
Um,
us all those hashtags and all those,
So
information.
the voting, for some people it's very difficult because like they have to pay. It's not like an SMS
Mm,
vote. It's like banking. But you can go to my
mm,
Instagram account and a Facebook account. Like everything is there. Like you just need to go to Timothea Fortuin on Facebook and tweet it to me to on Instagram, and you will definitely find it there. I mean, it's 3 rand for one vote. Like that one vote will make a difference. Like one vote would really help.
mm.
I don't think.
3 rand. It's 3 rand. This voting is only for people who are in South Africa. Unfortunately, only for people that are in South Africa, because it's mixed tea in South Africa. So you mentioned it's a 3 rand to vote
Yes,
for
it's three
you,
rand for one
right?
vote.
What are the codes? What are the numbers that people need to
Sorry.
use? What are the codes or the numbers that people
Oh,
need
my
to use to
reference
vote?
code is MTSA 62. So it's like a banking.
Okay, I think someone has put it down in the
Yes, I
comments.
see it there. I see it. That's why I stay for. She got my back.
So that's the code to vote for
Yes.
Timothea.
But if you go onto my Instagram page, you will definitely find everything there. It's literally there. And for those who don't know how to vote, you can DM me. My DMs are always open. I will reply definitely because you're rooting for me, so why not root for you?
Wow. All right. So everybody knows what to do in order to vote for you. The code has been put there in the comments. So if you would like to definitely see this young lady win this competition, I think she's an amazing young woman because she's making a difference in her community. She wants to see a change in her community. Like she mentioned, she's from the Cape Flats, proudly from the Cape Flats, and she's not letting her background or the disadvantages in her community bring her down, but rather take her up there. So, Timothy, any last words you would like to, share with the viewers? Any final words? Any advice to young
Um,
ladies? People that are watching, and obviously people that will end up watching this interview later on. Any final words?
I think I would just want like this message is specifically to young people. I don't want you to feel like
Mm,
background or wherever you come from should determine your success. Because if you look at me, I come from the Cape Flats. I grew up with circumstances. So I'm trying to become a better version of myself, not just for myself, for others as well, because I want to do better for myself and for others. So never
mm,
let that dream. There's always a voice in your head telling you do it, do it, do it. So just follow that voice, follow your dream. Never be afraid
mhm,
because if you fail once, if you fail in your, like someone once, if you fail in your 20s, why not do it in your 30s? If you fail in your 30s, why not do it in your 40s? Like, there's so much time, like, you can literally do anything if you put your mind to it. And, like, no one is stopping you. No one. There is so many opportunities out there. Like, I've gotten so many opportunities. Like, look at me. I'm on an interview with someone from Angola. That's crazy. That's crazy. So I feel like you can do anything. You should never be afraid if you have a passion for something. Never be afraid, or if you have a talent, never be afraid to use it, because that could change your entire life. It could literally change everything for you. So just go for it. If you have a passion for something, go for it. Never let negativity or unsupportive friends, unsupportive family members, whoever, never let them get you down and tell you that you're not worthy of doing something that you want to do. Like, listen to yourself, and then you just do it and go for it. And that's everything.
All right. For people who want to find you on Facebook, just give us your name on Facebook and also your Instagram
Okay, so
account.
on Facebook, it's Timothea Fortuin. And Instagram, it's Tweety Timmy. On Instagram, you can still go search Timothea Fortuin. It will just pop up. And any advice or anything, you can just message me. I will reply back, and I will try my best to give you the necessary advice, or the best advice that I could. Like, yes.
uh, are you excited for the competition? Are you excited for your name? Are you excited to hear the final results? How's your heart
I think
beating?
I am nervous.
Have you been able to sleep? Are you
No, I've been
anxious?
sleeping really good, because for me it's like so far. So, but I think this is crazy. Everything that's happening, it's like everything is just happening how I planned it. And I just want everything to go as planned,
Mm.
because when I got the message for the semi-finalists that I'm a semi-finalist, I went crazy. I literally switched on my light, ran into my mom's room, and I was like, "Look here." She was sleeping, and she wanted to wake. She wanted to wake. She wanted to post. And I think that was like 1 or 2 in the morning, and she wanted in the AMs. She wanted to post. I'm like, no, like I don't like posting. I don't like posting stuff.
You got excited. So what did you expect? You got
That's why
excited.
I told her not to post anything before everything is secured, because I don't like posting stuff when it's not secured. You get what I'm saying? Just to be safe for
Mm.
negativity.
Yeah.
And I just want the same energy to the
Mm.
finals. But even if I don't make it, I don't if I don't make it, I still have like another chance to enter again, because you have to be 14 and 9. And then I can still do it, but I'm not sure if I'll do it again. If I have to, I'll definitely do it again. But even if I don't make it as a finalist, I will still continue doing what I'm doing, because I feel like this is my hook of life. I feel like this is my calling. So if it's my calling, I just have to follow and go and see what it has for me.
All right. All right, Timothea, thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful live with Revista Mulher Africana, which is Portuguese, in English, African Women's Magazine. For those of you that just, popped in right now, we were speaking, or we are still speaking to Timothea from South Africa, Cape Town. She is an activist, she's a model. She's currently competing in Miss Teen South Africa, and she would love for you guys to vote for her. You can check in the comments the code to vote. It's all there. Voting is only for South Africans, unfortunately. So please do vote for her. She's from Elsies River. She's making a difference in our community. She wants to make a change. She wants to see a lot of positive things come out of her community. So yeah, let's support her. She's 18. She's in grade 12 this year, doing her matric. All the best on your matric. I believe you're going to pass, because I believe you are a hard worker. You wouldn't have made it this far if you were not a hard worker. So all the best to you, Timothea, and you know, just keep doing what you do, keep doing what you love, and keep being you. And don't change because people want you to change, but change because you feel it's something that you need to do. You are really an amazing woman. And I see a lot of people also commenting how they are so proud of you, proud of you for all the work and all the things that you've been doing in your community. You know, like you said like you said at the beginning that it the thing is, you doing it, sometimes it feels like you're doing it by yourself, trying to make a change. And, you know, as a one person, you can't do everything. But I believe the little that you do in your community will put your name out there, will show the difference that you're trying to make as an individual, and you're not waiting for a group or collective to come and make that change. So, you know, applause to you for trying to do something different and not only to you, because I believe you're not doing it alone. There are other women also who are trying to, you know, show some positivity from the Cape Flats.
Yes, obviously. Definitely. Thank you. I really enjoyed this again. I think I'm gonna scream when you switch the photo. I really enjoyed it, and
I enjoyed it as well, because I think you did an amazing
I thought
woman.
it's not gonna work. I was like, please, Lord, please, I need to do this.
I was determined to make it work because I owe it to you for this interview. So I was determined to make it work. It doesn't matter what I was going to do, but I had to do something to make it work. So hopefully, Timothea, we will keep in contact. And all the best. All the best. Hopefully you win this competition, and also hopefully you get to do all that you mentioned, which are your dreams and your hope. You know, get to open up that safe haven for the women, because they really do need it. I think a lot of women that go through, you know, violence, gender-based violence, rape, all those things, they need a place where they can feel safe. So opening up that space for them will definitely make a difference, I believe.
Yes, and thank you to you for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really do appreciate this opportunity. It means a lot. And thank you everyone who's watching. I'm seeing the comments. I'm like, this is my friends. Thank you. Thank you everyone. And don't forget to vote, please. That's very important.
You heard it. Don't forget to vote. Don't forget to vote. It's just 3 rand, like she said. It's just 3 rand. It's not that much. So people vote for the young lady, sorry, and give it the opportunity to, you know, make a difference. Timothea, final words. This is the last final words, because I did ask you final words. Last final words.
Like I said, if you have a dream, if you have a talent, if you have a passion for something, it doesn't matter what it is. Even if it's not beneficial to other people, at least if it's beneficial to your own life, go for it. Never let negativity determine, or even the circumstances, your background, wherever you come from, never let it determine what you want to do with your life. It's only have one life, so just go for it. Do what you want. Like you say, get the bag.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Timothea. All the best, and hopefully we'll chat soon. Goodbye.
Bye.
All the best. All the best.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks everyone for joining us on this live. See you next week Saturday, for another live on Revista Mulher Africana. If you want to find out more, visit our Instagram page and you'll get more information. So guys, I'll see you next time, next week Saturday, same time, same place. Like I said, all the links to the magazine, what we do, it's all on our Instagram page, and it's also on our Facebook page. So thank you guys for joining us on this live. Until next time, bye bye.